Hey everybody, this is Denise from Mystic Essential Soap and Candle Company. Today I am making Blue Wave. This is a customer favorite. I make it often. This is kind of a version of a one-pot wonder, but instead of pouring as slow as you would with a one-pot wonder, I pour it a little bit faster so that the waves are a little bit deeper, hence the name Blue Waves. This recipe is made with coconut oil, shea butter, babassu oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, and avocado oil. What did I use for the colorants? This one is Twilight. I used Twilight, and I used Sky Blue mixed with a little Twilight, and I believe Aphrodite. Then I used some, of course, activated charcoal and some titanium dioxide for this. I used kale and clay in my batter and a little bit of Tussauds silk. So let's just mix up these colorants real quick. I made the white as I possibly could. I want you to see this blue though. This is amazing. So for this fragrance oil blend, I did a special blend. It is my own mixture of fragrance oils that I don't give away, but it was initially intended to be a male scent. And then I did a couple of pop-up shops in flea market, and mainly women gravitated towards this scent. So now I pretty much advertise it as a very unisex scent. Women absolutely adore this scent. And not only are they buying it for their men, but they're buying it for them. So I actually, at the time when I did that shot, had not used the soap yet. I had tested it on my hands, but I had not actually used a full body wash with this soap. So that night I did, and it was amazing. So it quickly became one of my favorite bars to use, not only because of the scent, but because of the babassu oil in it. It's super, super bubbly. I love a super bubbly soap. So this is definitely a keeper recipe, and like I said, since I started making this actual video was the first time I had made it. And after that, I think I ran out. Of course, it cured for a couple weeks, and then I want to say within a week it was gone. Remade it again. Did not get the design right the second time. Not the way that I liked it. It was still pretty, but not the way that I liked it. And then I just kept doing it. And great pour, super easy pour. Anybody can do this pour. It's just essentially laying your colors on top of each other in a pot very gently so that they don't mix together, and pouring down the side of your mold. Now with the one pot wonder, I would tilt my mold a little bit. I wanted the waves in this to be a little bit more separated and a little bit more defined, so I did not tilt my mold at all. You will see when we start to pour that it's flat on my countertop, and I just poured it up against the sides so it will create big waves. Look at that blue. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm not going to talk a lot. I just like watching this one be made. I did most of this off camera. I am still getting my camera configuration down. I am trying, people. It is very difficult doing this from home, but I am looking for a new studio. For those of you that don't know, when the pandemic happened, I had a studio and I had to close it. I never reopened it after this pandemic. It hasn't even gone away. I can't even say it went away. But I never reopened it. So now I've been looking for studio space, but suddenly all the rents are so exorbitantly expensive. Either way, I'm taking my time to find a good space that I like and enjoy so that I can get back to teaching in-person classes and things of that nature. But for now, I do this in a very small space. So I have to be very organized and very, specific about where I put things. And getting this camera situation down in this space has been impossible. It's just been impossible for me. I bought new things now and I'm working through it. But for now, this is the best I can do. I just love that blue. And this fragrance oil blend smells so delicious. I said in the pot it smelled good. To me, it smelled like a more male scent. Even after it cured, it smelled like a more male scent to me. I was so surprised when so many women fell in love with this soap. I was just surprised. I mean, there are some men's soaps out there that I love the smell of. But generally, a lot of male soap, they interfere with my perfume or, girls know the routine. But this one absolutely didn't. It actually complimented my perfume. It complimented my skin. It was just a beautiful scent, and it ended up on the skin being a lot lighter than the bar smelled, which was wonderful. It was just wonderful. But I also make a beard oil with these same fragrance combination that men absolutely adore. Okay, so when I'm pouring this in, see, I'm gently pouring it down the side of the container so that the colors don't go into each other. They just gently lay on top of each other. And I'm going to do multiple levels of these. I believe I did 2 levels in this bar. Like I said, this was the very first time that I made this bar with this. Well, not the first time I did this design, but the first time I made the Blue Wave bar. This video was months ago. And I believe I did 2 or 3 passes on the colorants on this video. But I guess we'll see. But gently pour it down the side, just so it lays on top. Look at those colors going together. But I envision this more looking like, actual waves in the soap, wavy soap. I want big, thick chunks, and it came out perfectly. It came out absolutely perfectly. You will see at the end. Look at that blue. That is actually a mixture. It's not coming up as beautiful as it actually is. It's actually a mixture of multiple blues that I used to get to this color. I didn't want it too light, too dark, and I didn't want it too, what would be the word for it? Overpowering for the dark blue, because I wanted the blues right next to each other. Doesn't that look cool? I absolutely love making soap. It is like my joy. It is my absolute joy. Not knowing what you're going to get in the end. I think that's the best part of soap making. Because you can make a design 100 times and make it one extra time and boom, you get something completely different. You pour too fast, too slow, the actual soap changes. It's my favorite part of it. If only human beings could morph that way. Now this is just the twilight blue, which is perfect. And I left a little extra in my pot so that I can make some sample bars of this. because I just love the fragrance combination. So I figured I'd pop a few samples in too. Okay, here goes the pour. So right where my colors point is where I decided to pour. And I'm going to bend this container. I've kept this container for years and years and years because it bends the way that it does. But I'm just pouring it in gently on top of each other, letting it push the colors over to the side. Notice I'm not going as slow as you would go with the regular one pot wonder. And if I was doing a one pot wonder, I would actually be pouring from a different place in the pitcher. And I would actually pour with a different pitcher altogether. But like I said, I just wanted these to be waves. And you'll see because I'll put the waves on top. This mold, I despise. Like I said, this is the first time I made this soap, so I never make a super huge batch until after I see how it turns out the first time. So I use this mold, but you have to prop it up to make it work. It's just a mold I got off Amazon. It makes skinny bars, which I love. I do love that. But I always have to prop it up. And I've got better tall and skinny molds for that. So now I'm just going to drop some more of the actual batter on top so that I can make the design on top. Make it all prettiful. And make it look like waves. At this time, I was hoping it looked like waves. Now I know that it did. There's no rhyme or reason to the way I'm putting this on top. Because the design I had in mind for this when I did it was pretty much just going to pull the soap together anyway. I love these colors together. I just absolutely love these colors together. So anyway, I want to see what you guys have made lately. I haven't had a lot of time this last week to pop into the groups. I've been super busy with orders. So do me a favor. Post your favorite thing that you made down below so that I can see it. I am going to pick one of them and put it in the beginning of my next video. Put your favorite creation of the week down below for me. I'll give you a little shout out. I miss being able to go into the groups, but this week, it's Valentine's week. I had a bunch of wholesale orders. I just haven't had time to do social media much except for, normal advertising, normal posting. I'm actually doing this video so late at night so that I can get it posted tomorrow because I'm attempting to get at least 3 to 4 videos a week posted. We will see how that works out as it gets busy versus when it's slow. I'm just taking a skewer and I'm pulling it up at an angle. Okay, I want to make all of those colors pull together. So I'm kind of going from the bottom and making a curved swirl up. There's no rhyme or reason to the distance between the lines or anything. I want it to look completely natural, like it's swirled together by itself. Now I'm going to pull the skewer around just to get the pull marks to go in a curved area, a curved way. Isn't she beautiful? Just beautiful. And like I said, it smells amazing. This soap is fully cured. It is currently on the website, ready to purchase if you're interested. Do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. And please hit that bell for notifications. Support local soap makers, support handmade makers, support each other. We are running a 20% off sale on the website. Make sure to stop by.